Alright, we're in lazy pajama mode, but I wanted to make a video of our hotel room here in Bandirma, Turkey. It's the Bandirma Palas, I'm guessing that means palace, hotel, and it is, I think it came out to roughly, what did that woman tell us, 14,
I think 1400.
1400? So it's going to be roughly like, what'd you say, 180 the other day when you did the math?
Yeah.
But I'll step out here in the room. Forgive us, we're just in lazy mode. They are in weekend lockdown, which tourists are not, don't fall under the curfew and the travel restrictions and or the lockdowns, but I've said it before in some of my other videos, out of respect for the locals and the residents, we are also staying in because I would hate to be in my home country on lockdown whilst watching tourists walk around. And we are actually on a 90-day visa, and we intend to stay the full length. So if we don't get to go out on the weekend, it's not a big deal to us. But here's how we're surviving in our in Bandirma here in this hotel. We're actually just using this as a transition point from Istanbul to Çanakkale. I think I got that right that time. But here's our room. It's just a single room with a bathroom. This bed actually. And we've been here a couple days, so it's a bit lived in. It was a much more tidy when we checked in. But this bed, was that a king?
I would say so.
This bed is so freaking comfortable. It is insane. So it's very nice because we just been being lazy anyway. So here's the room in general. You've got your 2 nightstands with a couple of power outlets on each and a reading lamp at night. So that's nice. You can charge your phone and or have a lamp on to read. Here in the wardrobe, there's actually, give me a sec, let me swing this around. There is a decent amount of storage space. We've got our empty rucksack and our backpack and dirty clothes and things kind of piled in there. And then in here, of course, we have our jackets and the clothes that we're wearing for the day. Let them get some wrinkles out. You got a safe and just plenty of storage to pack your crap in there. It's nice actually too, each bed has a full-size mirror so you can get ready and check yourself out and be vain or whatever you want to do. Couple of simple paintings kind of make it a bit more homey for you. There's that one, and then there's this one here. And then I'll show you the bathroom real quick, and then there's a couple of neat things over there I wanted to show you. So like I said, we've been here a few days, so there's a bit of water build up on that glass. It was brilliantly clean when we first got here. But this is a nice walk-in shower with the rainfall type shower head, and then your standard shower head, which you can switch between. Incredibly warm water 24 hours a day. That's been awesome. And then of course they give you your small toiletry kits, your lotions and shampoos and things of that nature. Something I did think was really neat was there's like a cosmetic kit here, and actually in the wardrobe where I just showed you guys was a small sewing kit, and then there was a little shoe polish kit, which was pretty neat, I thought. Yeah, and then your basic, you know, they left us some teas and a kettle and stuff over here. But one of the things I wanted to point out that I thought was really neat is in this drawer here, there is a prayer rug and a rosary, and this actually is pointing you, so this word is the direction toward Mecca, so they're pointing you towards Mecca because that's where Muslims would pray, obviously, towards Mecca, if you know anything about Islam. And then here we've got a single chair with the vanity. Rachel's holding it down. And just in here is a small fridge, which we've actually got some meats and waters and stuff in there, and we got cup noodles and things of that nature because we have a kettle. So we've just been heating up the noodle or the water and making noodles and like sandwiches and stuff, basic stuff to keep ourselves fed. There is a restaurant here that's actually open to the people who are staying in the hotel only. And we're maybe going to check that out in a bit, actually. Just stop. There's a gentleman that speaks fluent English enough to help us, and he was giving us an idea of the menu. But here's a view out of the window real quick as well. So I think there was something like 24 rooms, and I think a majority of them, there's 24 standard rooms, excuse me, and I think a majority of them have a sea view, and then there was actually one suite room, and it actually had a huge glass sauna in the middle of the room, which was far out. And then there was another room that was called the dome room, and I'm assuming it's the center top room of this building. We're on the second floor, and I think there's 3 floors total. And it actually has this huge dome above the bed that must be the actual dome of the building, and it was blue, and it had the light up there, and it had a sea type scenery painted into it. It was really neat. There's only one of each of those rooms, the suite room and the dome room, but they're pretty neat. And these other rooms, standard rooms, but they're nice. I mean, they're a bit pricey in consideration of Turkey, but in comparison to if you went to a Best Western or something in the United States, you're probably going to pay $60 minimum, and that's going to be probably in a seedy area. So I think this was $45, we'll say, a night for a really nice hotel. It actually had some of the best reviews of the hotels here. There's actually the first hotel that I looked at was this one right here, and it had really bad reviews that said it was dirty and that the staff wasn't very friendly, and so we're we'll go with these guys because they had a 5.7 on Google, and so in our experience it's been nice. We did have some issues actually that I wanted to point out if you are coming in the winter. So they have these really nice Samsung units with a digital thermometer, or whatever you want to call that. Thermostat, thank you. And but unfortunately, the guy was saying that they only are able to utilize the heat right now, which is crazy because it's actually not very hot out, and we actually had to request a fan, which was kind of problematic. At first they told us it's impossible, we can't give you a fan. Open the window was basically their answer to our issues with the room being incredibly hot. Because when we checked in, it was the thermostat was set to 30 degrees Celsius, which is crazy hot. So our first night, the room had to cool, we had to open the windows, but the problem with that is that was Thursday and Friday, and everybody was out, so there's constant traffic. There was the call to prayer, so just overwhelming the amount of noise that we were being bombarded by. Finally, they resolved the issue by the manager actually went to his house and brought us a fan from his house. So I feel bad he had to do that, but at the same time too, this is the industry, and they need to accommodate us if they want our business or our recommendation in the future. So it was really hot sleeping here the first night, but we've been leaving the window open to bring that cool air in, and then closing it at night to kind of kill out the noise of there's dogs and stuff in the street. But so we've been closing it, and the cool air has been trapped in at night with the fan blowing, so it has actually not been bad. And as I'm sure you saw, there's the television there. It's basically all Turkish television except for the Cartoon Network, which we found a bunch of cartoons in English playing, so that was kind of cool. But anyway, I'm just kind of ranting now. You get the gist of the room. Usually, I have more to show you because we generally rent Airbnbs, and they have kitchens and things of that nature. But before I'll go, I'll point out here the lone fishmonger. So during the week when it's not locked down, this entire run of stalls is filled with people selling fish. But since they are on lockdown, there's just a single guy who's been out there this weekend selling. And yeah, it's kind of neat. That's the Sea of Marmara there. So that was our sea view. And we've kind of just been watching the seagulls up on the rooftops, and see, as you can see, their waist is there. They just kind of hold it down. But yeah, it is what it is, and that's the gist of the room. So thanks for coming along, and thanks for checking out the room, and stay safe and stay sane out there.